Hey everybody, this is Kim Danke. I'm actually coming to you live from Fort Morgan, Alabama. I love that I can work anywhere. I can do this lifestyle anywhere. I can work from anywhere. So, couple of things. If you are on Facebook, please say hello if you're a Shibboleth member and tell us how much weight you have lost because it encourages everyone. And please hit the share button in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen on your phone and just send that out into the web, into Facebook land, and let people see this. It will find the person that needs this. You don't even need to make a post with it, just share it. But if you want to make a post, that's fine. Um, if you are watching on Facebook and you do not know what you've gotten yourself into right here with this, please know that you have found the Shibboleth lifestyle. If you like what you hear, you can go to shibbolethdeals.com. At shibbolethdeals.com, you can get your membership. Your membership for all levels is $99 for the year. That's it. Guess how much that is a day? 27 cents. 27 cents a day to change your life. If you are in the Zoom room, we are going to do a little bit of housekeeping. Do you see where it says chat? Either on your phone or on your computer, please find where it says chat. And then you're going to see where it says all panelists. I need you to click there and then choose the option for all panelists and attendees. Okay, so make sure you've chosen that option. And I see Patty Bass has joined us from Murray County, Tennessee, 78 pounds today. Woo woo. Guess what I brought with me? I brought with me, I like to be real excited when people lose weight. I brought this. Awesome, 78 pounds. That is no small feat. Thank you, Patty, for being so diligent and so consistent. That is awesome and exciting. Hey, Tara, welcome from Massachusetts. 3 pounds after 1 week. That is awesome. Hey, Deborah, I see you on there. That's awesome. I'm glad you're there. Let's see, on Facebook, we have lots of people watching. Emily says hello. She's lost 13 pounds and she's hit a plateau. She says, I'm hoping the weight will start dropping again. Emily, that is for 13 pounds, okay? And let me just let you know that your body may just be playing a little bit of catch up, but this is extremely important to know. If the scale is not moving, but you are still having perfect days, that still means you are burning fat. There's just something else that's kind of covering that up. That could be some water weight. That could be food that just isn't digested. It could be a multitude of things. But if you are continuing to have perfect days, you are still burning fat. So please know that, okay? That's the way that that works. Hey, Sonia. Hey, Shibby Shop Sherry. Hey, Marla. Marla, I just read your post. We'll chat in a little bit. I mean, your message to me. We'll chat in a little bit. I'm glad you're on here with me. Let's see, on Facebook, I mean, in the Zoom room, we've got Helen from Woodstock. She's loving Patty's food posts. That's awesome. And Chrissy from Woodstock and Tamar from Dallas, Georgia. I love seeing the diligentness of that's I make up words. I don't know if that's one or not, but I love seeing the diligence of everybody that's coming on here each day this week. Deb Atkins, 7 pounds from Virginia, loves Shibboleth. Yes, awesome. If y'all don't mind, please do me a favor and set your chat to all panelists and attendees. Look next to your name and see if it says all panelists or all panelists and attendees. The one that says all panelists and attendees lets everybody see what you type, and it doesn't look like I'm talking to ghosts and random people, okay? And Jessica, 9 pounds. Yay! That is awesome. And Deborah is here to refocus and starting over. That's awesome. We're glad that you knew where to come. Hey, Christinia. Am I saying that? Christinia from Coming. 6 pounds since last Thursday. That is awesome. And yep, Patty's saying this lifestyle works, but she's just saying that to me because It's to all panelists. Hey, Leah from Rome, 8 pounds and 8 days in and 20 pounds lost. What? That's awesome. And Laurie from Alabama. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And then it started at 128, at 123 for today. Ryan Cox started yesterday and having a second perfect day. That's awesome. Yes, Patty, I see you on there now. June Fowler started yesterday, second perfect day. Awesome. Tomorrow you are an EFB. Awesome. Thank you, Christina. I figured I was getting that wrong the other night, but I was needing to keep moving, so I just kept on moving. So I want to get it right tonight. Mitzi Rave from North Carolina, 2 perfect days, and on her 3rd day now. Awesome. She'll weigh on Friday. And Donna Davis started yesterday, 2nd perfect day. And Leah, I know you can't believe I've lost that much. I cannot either. It's awesome. It is awesome. When you apply this and you put all of the things in, it works. So that's fabulous. Let's see on Facebook if anybody said anything else. Hey, Diane from Douglasville and Christine. Hey, Michelle. Awesome. Y'all are doing great. Okay, awesome. I'm glad you're here, Tammy. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. Now, what we're doing tonight is I am in hopes that you've already done lap 1 and lap 2 of Fast Track, because lap 1 and lap 2 of Fast Track is all about printing your welcome packet and printing any documents that might be helpful, and it is getting your profile all set up so that you can have a great time looking at the food library, the recipe library, and so forth. So I'm going to share my screen with you. How many of you have completed laps 1 and 2 now? In lap 2, this last thing right here, you want to go ahead and take that test. The reason that you want to take the test is because it opens up your full food library. It opens up your full restaurant guide and your full recipe library. If you haven't taken this test, those resources are not fully open to you and you are seeing a smaller set of items. So let's get the most we can out of this. Hey, Ron Norman, I see you there. And then, so I want you to take the test there. That's really important. Awesome. Yeah, Christy, I mean, I totally understand that, but they're going to be so valuable later. It's going to be like a badge of honor. I've lost this many inches. I promise you it will. Okay. And then we've got Leah. Yep, completed all the laps, but holding myself accountable by sticking with the fast track lessons a few more days. It is so important. Thank you, Leah, for doing that. You will thank yourself when, okay, I've got a message from Facebook that says, my post goes against community standards. I've never had my post go against community standards. So I don't know why that is. That's so weird. Oh well. Let's see. Helen finished all but pictures until my husband is home to take pictures. Awesome. Okay, good. Well, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to go into lap 3. Just to remind you, this video right here, this is a short tutorial video of what we're going to go over tonight. So this one is 18 minutes. So this one's just 18 minutes. Now tonight we're going to spend a little bit more time because I have the opportunity to listen to questions and answer questions and things like that. But just remember that if you need to watch it again, this is the short tutorial version. All right, I'm going to do this just like I would do it if I was at home doing this for the first time. First of all, this is available to silver level and up. The food library is. So if you are a Fast Track member, then you're going to want to upgrade to get that. All right, we're going to read this black box. The black box is the instructions that I'm giving you about this task. If you need to know anything special about this task and why I'm asking you to do this task. So reading the black box is important. I can tell when people don't read the black box because of the questions that they ask. So please make sure that you are reading the black box. One of the best ways, one of the best ways to begin to familiarize yourself with the food library is to do the following brainstorm activity. Take a blank sheet of paper and write down in no particular order all the foods that you can think of or that you eat on a regular basis or that you like. Just randomly write it down. It's a brainstorming activity. If you are doing this with like another member in your home, just ask them too. Y'all do it together, okay? And then look up each of those foods in the food library. Hey, Evelyn, I'm glad you're here. Each food in the food library, and then right next to it, write down what category it's in. So let's say you've got eggs here, and you've got steak here, and you've got lima beans here. Then you're going to write next to it eggs 4, steak 4, lima beans 3. And if you're wondering, okay, I'm not so great with numbers, I don't understand this, then call the eggs a protein plus fat, or you can write PF. By the steak, protein plus fat, PF. We just use numbers because it gives us another way to talk about them. But if you're not a numbers person and they seem to throw you off, just call them what their nutritional value is, okay? And lima beans, they would be an energy carb or EC. So you want to write those things down. And then after you've done that, you're going to organize that brainstorming activity into lists of your favorites. You're going to put all of the lean proteins in a list, all the fibrous carbs in a list, and so forth. Once you have done that, it's going to help you build meals. As you are exploring the food library, please heart, okay, kind of heart it. I'll show you where that is. Heart each food item you like or you think you might like to try. Hearting a food item adds it to your personal favorites, which can be found in your My Journal tab or the My Favorites tab in the food library. So what I would like for you to do right now is I would like you to just throw out some food that you are curious about into the chat. I will not be able to get to everything. I'm just going to pick a few things as we move through this. If I have time in the end, I might go back to some others, okay? So if I don't get yours, I'm sorry, but I do love it when people participate. So please throw in some food items into this. I am clicking here. This has taken me directly to the food library. To find this from the main part of the website, it's this green tab right up here, the one that says resources, foods, and recipes. Okay, so we got that right there. All right, and that's where you would get to it if you're not looking for it in Fast Track. Okay, so Leah says salty, crunchy chips. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to put chips in right here because it's more likely to pull up something that is chips. My cup says hashtag Shibboleth obsessed with my initials on it. Okay. Did I not hit search? We'll see if it's searching. Okay. You do have to hit that little search button, which is what I did not do to make it move. All right. I know I've got a lot more people on here than just 2. Leah and Jessica have both said something. Okay. Helen, I wondered when pizza was coming up. That's great, Leah. That's awesome. So it's taken a minute to pull chips up. Ryan spaghetti. Okay, so it's got chips. So it's pulling up anything with the word chips in it. So where I would go with this is honestly, I would just kind of scan it and then I would be curious. I'd go, okay, what is Beanfield's bean chips? Now, be open to trying new things, even though it might be called a bean chip. I want to promise you they taste just like tortilla chips, okay? But they will help you not hurt you. Okay. So this says Beanfield's bean chips. It's an energy carb. You're going to look at 3 things in the food library. Energy carb. This is an energy carb. Okay. It can be used as an energy carb. It can also be used as a snack. And this particular item is a gluten-free product. So now if you'll notice, do you see this number right here, this number 1? This is a 1 on the weight loss meter. The weight loss meter is it's a way to judge Is this food great for weight loss or is this food better for maintenance? 0, right in the center, not going to help you, not going to hurt you. But it goes to a -3 and it goes to a +3. Negative numbers are better for weight loss. Positive numbers, you can do them in weight loss. I just would recommend not having them at every meal. If you throw one in once or twice a week, you're going to be fine. Okay. And it would still be a perfect day and all of that. But it's just that the negative ones are going to be better for weight loss. So this is an option though for chips. Yes, Christina, we want lots of lots of negatives. Okay. This is like playing golf. The lower the score, the better. All right. Okay. So this says, then after you've looked and see what categories that come in, because do you see how things can be multiple categories depending on how you are using it? Your approved portion of this particular item would be handful as a snack or 9 to 10 as a category 3. So then we come down here and sometimes an item has a description. You would also want to read that. And then if you're curious as to where these particular items are sold, this is member entered data. This is not entered by Shibboleth. It would show you where these items are sold. So there's one option for some chips, and I bet those would be salty. But what I want to do with chips is, again, talk about them when we get to another lap too, because not lap 2, but get to another lap later in the week, because missing a chip by, if you're used to eating chips and all of a sudden you're not eating chips, it could create what we call a void. You miss that. Well, that's where you want to find a void replacement. And you can do that by doing what we're doing right here. Look right there. There's bonito chips. Okay. Bonito chips are very popular chips. They're a 0 on the weight loss meter. So personally, if I was choosing between a Bonito's chip or that Beanfield chip, I would choose this one because it's lower on the weight loss meter. It shows you it can be used as an energy carb or a snack. Up to 12 chips would be a +1. Do you see that? Do you see how the weight loss meter changed there? Because that is how you're using it. Okay, the weight loss meter can change based on how you're using the item. No snack is great for weight loss. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to make you aware of its weight loss benefits if you're using it that way. So that'd be a +1. And then 8 to 10 chips would be a 0 weight loss meter, category 3. So it just depends on how you're using it, okay? And then if you come down here, here's a description. And this right here where it says, watch your portions, watch your portions, watch your portions is very, very true. Oftentimes people open a bag of Bonitos and they finish them off. We don't want to do that, okay? We've got to watch our portions. That's why it's very important just to pull those out and portion them out. Okay, Cindy on Facebook, I was really wondering how we can have a peanut butter and jelly with the approved bread, which is a 3, without having a 1 that is supposed to be eaten. Okay, so I think somebody answered you there. Let's see. Oops, it's a 2. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha, Cindy. Yes, I mean, there are category 3 breads on the lifestyle, but honestly, y'all, I wouldn't even use them. I would just use category 2 breads. There's plenty, and they're not going to bring an insulin release like a category 3 bread would. Okay, so this is how you would look up chips. You just look them up and you play. Now, do you see this heart right here? I will, Sue. Yes, I'll be happy to do that. See this heart right here? This means I have hearted Bonito's bean chips because I like them. I have hearted the double bites chips because I like them. Those are like a little cheese chip. They're really good. And you can see I like the Healthwise protein chips. I'm going to click there. We do sell these in our store. These are excellent. They're a snack or a perfect pairing item. A perfect pairing is a food item that does not meet the actual combinations, but we've determined that if you do it the exact way that is written in the food library, you can do it. This is a -1 on the weight loss meter. 70, this number right here, it's the other number of people that marked they liked it too. So let's come down here. You've got your flavors. You may have up to 2 packages as a -1 weight loss meter meal. So if you're feeling a little chippy and you want some chips and you're willing to give up, like, a combined meal, you just want some chips, that could be a meal, okay? 2 bags of them, and it would be great. Or 1 package as a 0 weight loss meter snack. And listen right here, or perfect pairing with any meal combination that doesn't include an energy carb, which is a 3, or fruit, which is 5. Okay, which is great. So that means you can even eat that with a category 4 sandwich, or maybe you put some meat in there. Maybe you put some meat in a sandwich. That I really don't use any meat that's not a category 1 lean protein in a sandwich, but maybe you did, and you could do that. So maybe you had some bologna, approved bologna, and maybe it was category 2, and you made a sandwich, and it's category 4, and you use category 2 bread. You could put that with it as a perfect pairing. Yes. Oh, yeah. I do a burger, no bun with chips all the time, Leah. Oh, Tammy, I ate a bag of these today. I think I had some pizza crunch yesterday and ranch the day before. One reason I like these so much is because they're portion controlled. And the Bonitos, they have 5 grams of protein in them. These actually have 10 grams of protein in them. And then if we are looking, I see that comment. Becca, I'm with you. Yeah, we like to have all those options. If you're looking for some other kind of chips, I'm going to come down here to the Quest tortilla style chips. These have 19 and 20 grams of protein in them. So these would be even better for keeping us satisfied because they've got more protein. I'm going to go ahead and give these 5 stars because I know I like them. And I'm going to go ahead and heart that because I marked it. Do you see how that number increased? Anything that we heart in here, do you see right over here where it says my favorites? You click there. And this is a list of the foods that I have hearted. It's the way I put things in here is, do I think it sounds interesting and I've never tried it and I want to be able to find it again later? I just add all kinds of things to here. If I end up not liking that item, I just go move it back out of there. Okay. But when I got started with Shibboleth, I went into the food library. I brought everything out of my pantry and I looked it all up in the food library. And then I looked up things. I took everything out of my refrigerator and I looked it all up in the food library. I took a Sharpie marker and then I marked down how you use this item. If I had things in my refrigerator or my pantry that I could not find in the food library, I took a picture of the front of the item and the back of the item, and I posted it in a Facebook group called Shibboleth Fixed It. So Kim Shibboleth, who is one of our mentors and our food guru, she looks at that for people. If it is something that can be approved and we really don't have it in the food library, then she'll add it to the food library and everyone can enjoy it. If it is something that cannot be approved because it doesn't work for a perfect day, she'll let you know why and you learn a lesson, which is great. I love learning lessons. So the pancake mix that I thought was so healthy for me before Shibboleth wasn't approved. And then the protein powder that I was using before Shibboleth wasn't approved either. Was I surprised by those things? I was, but you know what? I went with what they said because they know they've been doing it 20 years and working hard. Travis has kept off over 100 pounds for 30 years. He knows what he's talking about. And I want you to forget everything that you thought you knew about nutrition. Let all of that go and follow what's in here. for the best results. Let's see. Helen says, if you're having a burger, do you need to choose either chip or bun, or you can have both? Well, if you're having a category 2 bun and you could do chips, I personally wouldn't. I think that's too many. Even the best of the best stuff can still not be that great for weight loss. But Helen, you could. It just might not be beneficial. It won't bring you out of efficient fat burning, and it would still be a perfect day. I just wouldn't do it on a regular basis. Okay. So I would say burger with no bun if I'm going to have chips, or if I wanted a burger with bun, I might do like some bell pepper strips or green beans or broccoli or something like that. That's what I might do with that. Okay, Ryan, the Quest chips are delicious. Had them for lunch today with a lettuce turkey wraps. That's awesome, Ryan. Okay, and then awesome. Yeah, they are good. Okay, I'm going to answer Sue's question about this cereal real quick, because the cereal is so very, very important. Awesome, Becca. So we're going to come down here. There's phase 1 cereal and there's phase 2 cereal. Phase 1 cereal is the best of the best cereal, okay? It would be the best for weight loss. Phase 2, anytime you see phase 2, it does not mean that you have elevated your thinking and you have elevated what you are doing. All it means is that you are getting more variety, and usually it's more variety from the inner aisles of the grocery store, like more boxed cereal options, more frozen food options, more soup options. So anytime you see phase 2, please don't think that it's higher quality food. It's just more variety. So the best of the best would be in phase 1. So I'm going to click on phase 1. When you are looking at phase 1 cereals, if you like things like unsweetened almond milk and other nut milks and stuff, then you can use those milks with these cereals, okay? And there they are. They're just listed out. So those are the best cereals. But over here on phase 2 cereals, this is where you're heading off into the world of Reese Puffs and Captain Crunch. What you've got to know about those is, even though they are approved, they're still starchy. And you should never eat cereal alone unless you have read in the description and it says that you can. But there's no phase 2 cereals that you can eat by themselves. These right here, all of these phase 2 cereals must be eaten with one of the high protein milks. High protein milks, either the fat-free Fairlife or the Kroger Carb Master if you have a Kroger near you. Because there's no fat in those milks to be captured with the starchiness of these cereals, and the protein that are in those milks is going to offset that starchiness. That's why this works. This is food combining at its best. Listening to what Travis says. Now look right here. Do you see that all of these are 0, 0, 0, 0, 0? This really means not going to help you, not going to hurt you. So cereal isn't the absolute best for weight loss, but if you start portion controlling it and doing the right thing, it will still work. Now, Becca over on Facebook is saying the AHS Cinnamon Crisp. I just bought a box of that last night. That stuff is so good. And it is a category, it's a phase 1 cereal, and it can be eaten alone. So 2 packets would be a meal. 1 packet would be a snack. So you just want to, you know what you're going to be doing, finding out about the Shibboleth lifestyle? You're going to be trying new things. You're going to be broadening your horizons. It's going to be awesome. Okay, so hot dogs. Let's look up a hot dog. Okay, we got our food library searching for anything that has been tagged with hot dog, and there you go. There's all your options that have hot dog in it. Now, it could be a hot dog bun, it could be other things, but it's kind of got hot dog in it. And so these are your options. Now, if I wanted to find the best of the best hot dogs, I'm going to take my weight loss meter. I'm going to drag this little ball down, and I'm going to pick only negative numbers just to get the best of the best. What's great about the weight loss meter is it also makes your choices smaller so that you don't have as much to kind of go through and pick from. And then if you still don't see something that you like or you were really hoping for, then you can kind of go up to 0 and see where that is. But here's all your options that have a negative number. Ballpark turkey franks are a -3. I like these a lot. The Applegate Organics, the uncured turkey hot dog, and then we've got the one that's not necessarily organic, just their regular uncured turkey hot dog. Those are -2. That's a -3. I love these things right here. Johnsonville turkey cheddar smoked sausages. I cooked those up and sent them with my son today to work for a hashtag Shibboleth approved lunch. Okay. So you can just kind of go through there and look through those for your hot dogs. But you want to make sure that you have clicked on these. If I click on the ballpark turkey frank, shows me it's a -3. Look, category, lean protein. You can have 1 to 2 franks. Scroll down, description. You may have up to 2 franks. It's best to use only 1 serving of approved bread though. Okay, we never want more than 100 calories of bread in a meal. And even if you could have 2 and keep it within that, it's still best to only have 1. Okay, for instance, you could use 150-calorie tortilla or a 50-calorie Joseph's pita. Fry your frank in a little MCT oil for added flavor with your favorite toppings. Now, this one you could fry with a little bit of MCT oil because it is a lean protein. But remember, if you were listening last night, you'll know that you wouldn't want to add that to a category 4 protein plus fat. We don't need it. It's already got fat in it. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to click on this. Johnsonville turkey cheddar smoked sausages. By the way, these are delicious. I eat them wrapped up in a tortilla, 1 tortilla. Look, this is a protein plus fat. 1, you could do 1. And then you come down here, it says you can have 1 sausage link combined with a category 2. So just keep in mind that this one is a category 4 and that other one is a category 2. It also shows you that category 1, the category 1 lean protein, it was a -3 on the weight loss meter. This is a protein plus fat. It's a -1 on the weight loss meter. So you just want to make sure that you're keeping all of those in mind. But here's the thing. If you are putting into play all the other parts of the Shibboleth shield, you're going to be losing weight, okay? Even if you do a protein plus fat over a lean protein, you're going to be losing weight if you put into play all those other things. Now, when you get closer to goal weight, might you want to change or edit a few things? You could change it, yes. But those are some edits that we can make along the way. Just enjoy the journey and make sure that you're checking out lots of new things. See this as an opportunity to try new things when you at your perfect meals, okay? Let's see. Chicken wings. Well, first of all, chicken wings are a category 4 protein plus fat. So chicken wings. They're category 4. Use 1 hand portion rule. So you would want all your chicken wings to fit underneath your lean protein hand. Hey, Becky, glad you're on here, Becky Lewis. Chicken wings come in different sizes, so it's hard to give an exact amount for serving. You may use 6 to 9 wings, but what you eat must fit under 1 of your hands. You must have a category 2 vegetable or side salad. You may have approved dressing as condiments. No breaded wings. No breaded wings. And then if you want to see, look, there's some recipes that go along with wings. Okay, so that's really great. All right, I'm sorry I didn't get to all of those things, but I want to go ahead and continue moving through that because y'all can play in that. This is unending playing and lots of fun. This has opened up my eyes to lots of opportunities in the grocery store, things I wouldn't have ever purchased. So now that I'm here at lap 3, once you have brainstormed that activity and looked those things up in the food library, then you feel confident. I know how to use the food library. I've hearted a few things, I've added them to my favorites list, and you feel comfortable that you know how to do that, you can check this box off. We're trying to get these boxes checked. The reason that you want to check the box is because it's an organized way to keep up with what you are doing. So this next one, it says, click on the weekly timing chart above to view your personal timing chart. Timing chart is just really a monthly calendar, okay? The link in this task, I actually need to change this black box because it's not linked to a video anymore, but I do want to show you where to find that video, is to a link on how to use your timing chart to your benefit. Your timing chart is going to be an extremely valuable tool for you. It is a great visual as to whether or not you are doing your best. On your first and second perfect days, you will see a green check. On your third perfect day, you will see a flame. You are now in EFB, baby, efficient fat burning. Your body is now in a state where it can burn fat efficiently. So this is for silver level members and up. So let's click here. We come to our timing chart. And oh, it does take you to the video. Okay, so if you watch this video is me talking to you more about the timing chart, which is great. That's what I wanted to have happen. After you've watched any video in here, always make sure that you click yes that you've watched it and hit save, okay? If there's ever any resources below, you can watch, check out those resources. But right here, see where it says weekly timing chart? This thing is important to you because if you are doing the right thing and you know you're doing the right thing, this is another great tool to tell you you're doing the right thing. Most of us are hyper focused on the scale being the only thing that we use to determine if we're doing the right thing. If the scale isn't telling you what you want to see, you could get disappointed and discouraged. So I don't want you to rely on the scale for all of, how you're feeling about what you're doing. This is the way that you want to know if you're doing the right thing. So I'm going to go and look at my very first. It's easier to explain from my first because I'm in maintenance now, so it looks a little bit different. So on your first perfect day, you're going to get a green check in your timing chart. This comes from whatever you journaled, what type of day you're having right here in this mint green journal tab. On your second perfect day, you get another green check. During those two perfect days, insulin that was running around in your body before your perfect days is starting to dissipate and go away. In any glycogen stores, which is some sugar stores, those are starting to go away. All right, it's being pulled out of your liver and your muscles. It's getting used up as energy, and that's a good thing. It takes about 2 days for all that to kind of happen. On your third perfect day, see, in your journal, you're going to mark perfect, but on your timing chart, a flame is going to show up. So you don't have to do anything in your journal to get this flame. The programmed computer system knows, oops, third perfect day, this is a flame, EFB, baby. And then you want to string as many efficient fat burning days together as you can. And so I had a string of efficient fat burning days, all right? And in a week, I lost 9 pounds. And then this was Easter. I went to Alabama for Easter. Well, planned or unplanned, a holiday is coming in your life. It's coming. So after a holiday now, I know what to do. I get right back to my Shibboleth eating. So this was my first perfect day. This little icon here, this is an intermittent fasting day, which is a version of a perfect day. And then there I am, back in EFB again. And then you string as many efficient fat burning days together as you can. Let's look at the next month. Anytime you come up to a new month, I would like for you to ask yourself a few questions. One, am I going out of town? Because if you're going out of town, you often want to have holidays. So I'm out of town right now. On June 1st, when June came along, I knew that I was going to be out of town right now. So in my mind, I thought if I want to have holidays then, I can plan them for then. Then ask yourself this, are there any anniversaries, birthdays, or actual holidays in this month that I want to plan for? Shibboleth is a management system. You want to make sure you understand how to manage this. Things that are managed well succeed. We could not be managing anything more important than taking care of our body. So this is what helps you do this. And then I just also look at my calendar and say, is there anything else that revolves around food that I might want to partake in if I go to it? So I just want to be aware of what's going on. Now, can I change my holidays around during the month? Certainly I can. But am I pulling from another day? Yes, I'm pulling from another day that I might have had planned, but I can make the adult decision to switch around my holidays, okay? You just don't want to go over your amount of holidays in a month for the results that you want to see, okay? So I decided here we were going to go to a wedding out of town in Illinois right there. So that's what that is. And I decided I was going to have perfect days all the way up to there. Well, do you see how there's only this little intermittent fasting guy right here? That's because I started watching some other videos about additional learning. And if you have an intermittent fasting day, it gets you back into efficient fat burning a bit faster. I'm not going to talk about that in this week. That's something that you can learn later after fast track, okay? Because in fast track, we're focused on perfect day or holiday, perfect day or holiday. That's it. We don't need to try to do advanced things yet. We just need to get this lifestyle down, okay? But that was me just advancing. And then if I go to the month of June, I wasn't going out of town. There was no birthdays, holidays, anniversaries, or anything else. So I just decided to do all perfect days. And then we get to July. Well, I thought, okay, the July 4th, that'll be a great day to have a holiday. Yo, I couldn't do it. I woke up that morning and I said, well, what am I going to eat? I'm going to eat a hamburger. Well, I can have approved chips. I can have all kinds of things. While I was in that weight loss mode at the beginning, I was doing 3 meals a day. That's it. No freebies, no extras, no snacks. 3 meals a day. That's all. On this day right here, I added in an extra and a snack. It seemed like a holiday, but wasn't. So that was kind of a little interesting way to do that. And then I had all perfect days there. And then I got into what I had as my goal weight. I got to a 35 pound loss. And I then went into maintenance here in August. And you can see I used holidays and stuff in maintenance. And then in maintenance, I lost another 15 pounds for a total of 50 pounds. And now I've been maintaining that for 20 months. But I just want you to know how this works, okay? So make sure that you have checked out the timing chart and just keep in mind that it's what you journal in your journal that determines what goes in your timing chart. So the very first thing I do when I wake up in the morning, I go straight to my journal. I needed Shibboleth. I don't know about you, but I needed it. I needed something to be my hub. I needed something to focus on. I needed something to help me make decisions throughout the day. And I'm hoping that you need it too, and you're appreciative that you've got it now because it is amazing. It is so amazing. So once you fully understand how the timing chart works, you can come over here and check this box, okay? Now, the last thing I want to do for the last 15 minutes is I'm going to talk about these two bottom things, and then we're going to look at that. You're going to create lists of your favorites in each category on a fast track worksheet. This kind of goes along with that very first task that we did playing around in the food library, okay? So you can print and use the attached worksheet. to begin creating lists of your personal favorite foods. You may have already done that on a separate sheet of paper, which is totally fine. In fact, if you don't have a printer, just use regular paper and a pen and make your lists, okay? You don't have to have it on this worksheet, but you could use the worksheet as a guide to create what you need to create. So the great thing about this worksheet is that you can print as many as you need, okay? In fact, sometimes I tell people print 3, make one about breakfast meals, make another one about lunch meals, and make a third one about dinner meals. So just to be thinking through all of these opportunities. And then I'm going to go ahead and read this last one because when I open up the worksheet, it'll be there. It's simply fill in the worksheet to create your first simple meals to get started. So we're going to click here on the worksheet. See how right here it's asking you to list your 10 favorite. It doesn't even have to be your favorite. It could be something that you're willing to try. Now, would I want to start off with my favorite possibly? Sure, because I want to have the best of the best foods in the beginning because I want to know this is so awesome and I want to eat my favorite foods combined in a way that controls insulin. So I'm going to list out lean proteins here. I'm going to list out fibrous carbs here. But that exercise that you did with the brainstorming earlier is going to help you fill this in. But when you come right here, you're going to build some very simple beginning meals. So you're going to simply pick something from category 1 and put it right here on this line. You're going to pick something from category 2 that you would like to eat with that item you put on category 1 line. So let's just keep it real simple. Chicken breast, green beans. If you want to cook it up in some MCT oil, that would make your fastest fat burning combination. And so you could put MCT oil right there. So let's say on the second line here in category 1, that it can, remember, this can be category 1 or category 7 because, you know, you've got shellfish is also a lean protein. Let's say you put some lobster right there. And then let's just put next to it, you ate some broccoli with it and you cooked that up in MCT oil. You could do that. But lobster, oftentimes people want to eat that with ghee butter. You could just put ghee butter right there instead of the MCT oil. I just have the MCT oil to remind you that it's a good thing if you have a meal to cook up that you can use it with that. Let's say that on the third line, you write Oikos 000 yogurt. And then in the category 2, you put some hemp flakes. Makes a little granola type thing with your yogurt. Now, you wouldn't put MCT oil in that because you're not cooking that up. There'd be no reason to use MCT oil for that. So you wouldn't really write anything right there. So do you see what we're doing? We're really just pulling something from there and putting it on the category. I'm going to pop over into Facebook, if it'll let me get over there. I don't know why it thinks I spammed something. I didn't. Facebook is so weird. Okay, I'm going into the Shibboleth new member fast track group. There are so many options on Shibboleth, but please don't feel like you have to figure every option out in week 1. Just do simple things and then watch people's posts and say, I want to try that next week. Okay, let's try that. So I'm going to come here into I've got all these announcements marked up top. Those are all really great things to look at and read. If there's a video in there, watch it. Okay, this is a completed version of that worksheet. So right here, we've got chicken and broccoli, and we could use MCT. We've got shrimp and okra, we could use MCT. And then we've got 96% lean ground beef with butternut squash. Egg white French toast with cinnamon. The egg whites are the category 1 lean protein. The French toast would need to be a category 2 fibrous carb bread. We got an egg white omelet with category 1 Canadian bacon and green peppers. And these are meals that people on the morning show called the Shibby Show, we put together. We put together these one over a course of a month. And this one is simply egg whites and Sara Lee toast. Honestly, this food looks like food we're already eating. Some of this is just simple swaps. And then somebody chose buffalo chicken in an Olay tortilla. And then we come over here, we've got 96% lean ground hamburger beef hamburger, green beans, and lima beans. Now remember, lima beans, ding, 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 it's a category 3 energy carb. It must be eaten with a lean protein and a fibrous carb. So you put this on your plate and you portion control it, you've got a calorie deficit meal and an insulin controlling meal. And then right here, chicken breast, broccoli, and a quarter cup of sweet potato. I just did SP for sweet potato, so it would fit. And then right here, egg whites, Olay Extreme Wellness, and onions. Now, the reason that this onions is in category 3 is we had more than quarter of a cup of it, because onions, if you have more than if you have a quarter cup of onions, you need to call that a category 3. But if you're just using like a little bitty bit of onions, a smidge, you could just count that as a condiment. But this one was going to be a little bit more. And so you can see how we just built meals here. All you have to do is start writing down all the meals that you like. You want to eat your favorites, things that you enjoy, okay? And you're going to put together all the pieces and parts to the Shibboleth shield. So that's a great worksheet. Once you feel comfortable that you say, okay, yeah, I got that worksheet. Let me fill this in. I'm going to say something important. Please don't be lazy. Please. You could not be focusing on anything more important than what you eat. How you treat your body now determines how you can do laundry later. Seriously, think about it. It will determine how you can put sheets on your bed later. So these things, these regular tasks done at the house, you have to be able to be flexible and be able to do them and be able to move around. And so if there's excess weight on your body that you do not want, that's what we're trying to access. That's what we're going to use as energy, and we're going to burn it off. Let's see. Okay. Christina, the cereal was AHS, Advanced Health System is the name of it, Cinnamon Crisp. And it's just sold in the Shibboleth store, okay? It's not like you can find that out in grocery stores, okay? And then Tammy, so would you do the same with the hot dog and chips, eat it with no bread? So you can. I personally have found that I like a tortilla wrapped around my hot dog, and that's what I would do. And yeah, and I do eat chips with that. Now, just to kind of let you know, tortillas are better for weight loss than loaf bread. So that's why I figured that would be better. And let's see, Helen, do you want us to click save on our journal or one of the other options? You always click save for sure, but you could click save and go to timing chart if you want to see what your timing chart looks like after that. But save for sure. Let me show you something in the journal. So journal. I didn't even pick today. Today I'm actually having a holiday. So I'm going to choose holiday and I'm going to hit save. So right here, we've got new version. See, I like the old version of the journal. But if your journal happened to look different than mine, I want you to see there's new and old right there above the date. The new version has these tabs right along here, right along here. My tongue was getting twisted there. I like the old version. Just because I want it all on one page, I just want to scroll down. But there's a save button right there. So I hit save. And then you'll type your food in right here. I go ahead and hit save. And then you can put your weight in. I didn't measure weight today. I got up and got ready, came to the beach. So I didn't do that, but I put that in quite often. And then keep scrolling down, mark down my water. I actually am still getting that today. These are all supplements that I've added. Play around. Anytime you see a blue words, see if it hyperlinks and click on it. See what it does. Add things. This thing is amazing. And then hit save again at the bottom. What these other options are for, this save and go to weekly timing chart. If I click there, it's going to take me over to the weekly timing chart so I can see what my month is looking like. And then if it is save and submit for review, When I click submit for review, you can type them in. How am I doing this week? Okay, and then you request review. So that's really awesome. So that's that. And then Leah. Oh goodness, Leah, I'm sorry. Tamar, Facebook probably doesn't like that you are in a bedroom with a bed behind you. They are funny about that. Just a thought. Oh, okay. Oh, didn't even know that. I will move it for tomorrow night and Thursday nights. Thank you, Tamar. Um, okay, awesome. And Sue, I'm still confused on holidays. Is it a food item off like binging goldfish, or is it a meal or a day? Whoa, turkey kielbasa. Yes, okay. So I am going to pop off of here and just answer that question. Sue, if you even lick the dust off of a Dorito, that's a holiday because that wouldn't be approved for a perfect day. And so that counts as a holiday. So whether you lick the dust off of a Dorito and that was all you did, it's still a holiday. Or if you hog trough all day long, it's a holiday. So if you don't get your water in, it's a holiday. So there's 5 components to the shield. And if you want the full version of that, watch Sunday night's webinar. It's the lifestyle overview, okay? But we're going to get our water in every day, at least 64 ounces, but shoot for a gallon. We're going to write down our foods every day. We're going to eat in a way that controls insulin. We call that combinations. We're going to portion control our foods, and we're going to time out our foods. Those are the 5 things that you're focused on every day. But those first 4 are the ones that you have to meet in order to say that you've had a perfect day. And on that 5th one, the timing, you don't want to eat more than 3 meals in a day. And then you wouldn't want to have more than 1 extra and more than 1 snack in a day. And you can do freebies too, but I like to limit them as well. So just keep in mind that it's licking the dust off of a Dorito, or if it's eating the whole thing of ice cream, it's a holiday. So it's not just a meal. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it's easier to feel better the next day if you just do a meal rather than a whole hog trough day. All right, we're going to hop off of here tonight, but let me just say tomorrow we are going to look at some new parts like the recipe library. We're going to build a grocery list. I'm going to show you how that grocery list feature works. We're going to add foods to our grocery list, and we're going to add entire recipes to a grocery list tomorrow. So that's tomorrow night. Now, what I'd love for you to do right now, I'm going to share my screen with you one more time. I want you to go over to this pink online webinars tab and click there. If you have not already registered for the How I Overcame Food Addiction and Lost Weight tonight, you are not going to want to miss this. This is Becky Harrell and this is Andrea Ziering, and they have been rocking it this year. This is going to be an awesome interview from some young moms who are rocking Shibboleth, and it's just going to be awesome to watch them. So it's very motivational, and we want you to come over here. Make sure that you click register and register. If you participate in the Zoom room, you've registered and you've participated in the Zoom room for 20 minutes or more, you get credit on your digital badges for participating in live online webinars. So we want you to go register for that and go over there. Yeah, I don't know what happened about that, Becky. I didn't even think about that bed being behind me either. Tomorrow I'm just gonna, maybe I'll go on to the beach. But see, I can't be at the beach. Oh yeah, awesome, Becky. I can't go on the beach because it's so windy down here that you wouldn't be able to hear me if I was on the beach. Thank you, Tamar. You're welcome, Deborah and Phyllis. Awesome. Okay, Christina, that is fine. It will be recorded and you can watch it later, okay? If y'all happen to have missed anything at all, if you go into Fast Track in lap 2, where it says watch the daily Fast Track webinars, there are 7. You can just go in there, and these are the ones from last week. Keep in mind, these are live and different people ask different questions. I mean, it can't hurt to watch these things again if you need to. Yes, awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Lydia. Thank you. Good to see you on here. You're welcome. Redanda. Is that saying it? Rediana. And Shlo Wyatt. Awesome. Thank y'all. I'm going to go over into the Zoom room myself and watch Becky and Andrea, and I will see y'all tomorrow night at 7:30. Make sure you've gotten registered for that. All right. Yeah. Thank you, Sharon. I think I'll do that. Awesome, Becca. I'm so glad to hear that. Awesome. Okay. Good night, everybody.